Hello, I'm Levin Paul and I'm from MedCity International Academy, Kottayam. And I've just come to discuss with you one most frequently asked question by maybe all the students who want to apply for IELTS. And that is how to tackle or answer a question which you have no knowledge about, or let's say you have no clue about it. Correct? So I bet you have that question too. So before I start with this, I just want to tell you one just simple thing. You know, it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly okay to not know about this topic or such questions. See, not everyone knows everything, correct? So you don't have to worry if you have no clue about it or no idea about it. After all, it's just a speaking test. It's not your knowledge test. Okay, so I'll be discussing with you right now just 3 simple tips which you can follow so that you can tackle such situations. So let's start. So tip number 1, and this is the most important one. Are you ready? Well, here it goes. Do not freeze. Okay, so when I say do not freeze, I mean every single word of it. See, when you get this question, don't give them a feeling, expression like you have no clue about it. Correct? So this is not to test how much you know about stuff. It's about your speaking abilities. It's about your speaking skills. That's why it's called a speaking test. So when we don't know this topic, don't give them a freezy look, a dead air moment. Okay, that's very unwanted. And that creates an awkward situation. You know it. So what do we do then? Okay, well, we have a minute to prepare. When they give us this task card, they give us a minute to prepare. So we get 1 minute which is given for us for our preparation of this task card, or let's call it the long run. When we get this minute, I tell you, or I suggest you, make use of every single second of it, because like I said, we're not going to freeze there and waste our time, but instead we're going to think over it and we're going to solve this. I'll tell you how. That's second tip. So here it goes. This is your second tip, and that is take a pause and break down the question. I'll repeat, take a pause and break down the question. So how do we do that? It's simple. I'll just tell you. So when we get our topic, you can see that there could be some keywords, correct? So let's say we got a question and there are 3 keywords in that, and we have no idea about the first keyword. Let it be there. It's okay. It's fine. Don't worry. But there are 2 more keywords. Let's think that we know something about the second keyword, all right? And we know so much about the third keyword. So what we're going to do right now is that we figured the keywords, the 3 keywords. The first, we know nothing about it. The second one, we know something about it. And the third one, we pretty much know something. So now we're going to connect these 3 keywords and make up a few sentences out of it. All right. So that's as simple as it is. So like I said, tip 1, do not freeze. See, that gives it away. Okay. So you cannot freeze over there, no matter what happens. So you sit there confidently relaxed, as if you know everything and as if like this is my stuff. Correct. So, and the second one, you break down the question. Take a pause and break down the question. So now, moving on, let's go to tip number 3. You're going to express your honest opinion to your examiner. So how do you do that? Are you going to just tell him, sorry, I don't know? Or can I have another task card? Oh, definitely not. You can't do that. I mean, you're not supposed to do that. Never. So how do you deal with such situations? Before that, we'll just take an example, okay, for you to understand it in a better way. Let's say we've got a task card that says describe your most favorite outdoor sport which you would love to play. Let's say you are an indoor person, an introvert person, and you haven't played much outdoor sport and you can't even think of one at that moment. That happens, right? So how do you deal with it? So here's how it is. You're gonna first start, well, I tried to answer this question, but I must admit that this is a difficult question for me personally, because, see, you use because there, correct? You use because as you just gonna explain or express that you have nothing or no relation with this topic. So you're gonna just say, because I am more kind of an introvert person, I spend most of my time, most of my leisure time indoor with indoor games and mostly board games. You see, there you didn't use a one word, or you didn't go for very short answer, or you didn't say I don't know, but instead you smartly answered that question, and then you improvise your answer with more sentence to it. So now, before we close, I would suggest you try to give out a statement like, let's say for this example, we can use a statement like, I am yet to start enjoying outdoor sports or games. Like, give out a positive note towards the end. Okay, maybe you can take that as your tip number 4. Try closing at a positive note. That's always good, because even for the examiner, personally, he would get a good impression out of it. Even though you didn't know or you didn't have a clue about the topic or the task card, you presented it very smartly. So there you go, you have it. You used your maximum skills in your language to present it. See, like I said, this is not your knowledge test, so don't worry if you have no clue about the task card that which you have got. So this is what we're gonna do. So quick review. Tip number 1, do not freeze. And second one, break down the question. And third one, try to be honest and close with a positive note. So finally, I would just tell each and every single one of you who's watching this, take time to practice. Practice. No matter what you get, just practice. That's the ultimate key after all. Try to do it at home, maybe with your friends. It's okay to make mistakes, okay? Don't get annoyed or don't get offended if you make mistakes. See, that happens. It has to happen. It has to happen. Only then you would learn better, correct? So don't worry. So practice more and go ahead. All the best.